Hey, Taurus, intuitive soul coach here with your April 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, Taurus, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so this has been happening here where instead of just getting one or two cards as we typically do, if you've been following me, you see that a couple cards come out. Very rarely does it happen where there's a big chunk of cards, which we'll use them all. That's how many we were going to get anyway. But that's how the energy of April is going to be as we navigate through Aries season. There is a lot going on within the planetary alignments, which we'll talk about. You're feeling a lot going on within your inner and outer world. There may be some stuff showing up in the collective that happens in the month of April as well. And for a lot of you, you may be celebrating birthdays just around the corner. And fortunately, we're going to say fortunately for you, Mercury is actually heading retrograde around the time that we are switching into Taurus season. So some of you may be rolling your eyes, or you may be thinking, all right, Melissa, that's not a great energy to start off this next trip around the sun. However, Mercury in retrograde can be a very powerful time to do all of the REs, is what I'd like to say. Reevaluate, revamp, reprogram, rejuvenate. So all of those things that sometimes we get caught up in, right? Because we're going 150 miles per hour. It's nice to be able to slow down, but sometimes, yes, there can be the miscommunication mishaps. There can be technology delays and delays in the world, but sometimes that is a good time just to stop, pause, and reflect and see where you want to move forward from here on out. So there's going to be a lot of bursts of energy happening here for you, Taurus, in the month of April. But I'm getting spontaneous bursts of energy that are going to leave you feeling at times maybe a little bit wore out, but productive and accomplished is what I'm getting as well. So you may already start to be feeling this rush of energy coming in. Some of you may decide to clean the entire house or start going through the garage, or you may have these creative ideas where you can't get them on paper quick enough, or you may decide to launch a website, launch a product, open a business. There's just a really big energy of taking big, bold risks, and you are smack dab in the middle of this energy as well. Now, we do have that Aries solar eclipse and new moon on the 20th, and eclipses can bring about reveals, revealing energy, things that we weren't able to see before. I feel in this case it's going to help you instead of hinder you, right? Eclipses are actually a very powerful time where a lot of people have feared eclipses in the past, but I'm sensing here that there's going to be a reveal that may actually project you in the right direction. For those of you that do have Aries in your chart, or you're on the cusp, or it's your rising or your moon sign, you may want to check out that reading as well, because I'm getting a lot of similarities there. Now let's dive in. We have here right away, you have Sagittarian, Virgo, and also Aries energy. And the very first one is Aries, hence Aries season. Step into your true power. Yes, this is about you stepping into your power, making big, bold risks, taking action, taking the next step in whatever it was that you felt delayed or you felt wasn't going to happen. Some of you weren't even sure what that next step was. That's why you have this exposure type of energy or a reveal coming in right as you enter Taurus season. And despite it being Mercury going retrograde, it is an eclipse and a new moon. So it's a wonderful time for new beginnings. And that's what's happening here. You're stepping into your power and pushing through those fears, those limiting beliefs, Taurus, that may have held you back in the past. So we'll pull cards and clarify with the tarot each one of these as well. But you have Sagittarian energy. Focus on the positive. There may have been some shifts around December 2022 or even 2023 that may have left you feeling a little bit, oh, I love that word, discombobulated. It may have left you feeling a little bit hazy, a little bit confused, or a little bit unclear about your next steps. This is about you focusing on the glass half full, despite what's going on in your outer world. And sometimes that's easier said than done. Of course, we have to be in an energy of, yes, this is reality, but how can we see the flip side? How can we see the positive? And I just listened to someone the other day put this into an easier term. For example, it means that no, we cannot wishful think our way out of a situation, but it's what we do in that situation. And that's what I'm saying here by staying positive regardless of what's going on around you. So for example, maybe someone is in prison, right? They're in prison, they're behind bars, and every day they can't tell themselves, I'm not in prison, right? I'm wishful thinking my way out of prison. I'm going to teleport. Maybe they do teleport during meditation or wherever, but saying that so many times isn't going to get them out of the bad position. But what they do with their energy at that time is going to be the key. That's what's going to make all the difference. And that's going to shift their entire vibe around what's happening when they're in that prison cell. So I'm not saying you're going to prison or you're dealing with anyone in prison, but at times you may feel like you are in prison. Maybe you're in that relationship that you want to break free from. And yes, there are certain times where you can absolutely take action and you can shift that energy and you can get out of it because we do have free will. So of course, if there are things beyond your control and you have karmic consequences because of an action, then you may have to shift your vibration while you're in that energy. I hope this is making sense for you here. But I'm getting here that you're focusing on a better way, a positive outcome, despite what's happened or what's going on around you. We also have here, attend to the details. So some of you are making some clear, decisive plans on your next steps forward here. I'm getting here a lot of 2 energy around you. Some of you may be seeing 2s. There could be a lot of diversity, a lot of reflection, a lot of duality. We also have that full moon in Libra on the 6th, and that's going to bring more balance. But it's also, I'm getting here, laser sharp focus where you're paying attention to the details now, but you're also taking a bold risk. And I feel like you have all of those pieces into place, or you feel like you are ready finally after a time of a little bit of a delay. So breaking free from that, from that prison, whether that prison was some sort of mental restriction or limitation, that could be a relationship, a job, a career, a pattern, a toxic energy or environment. I'm just sensing here, because you've shifted your energy in it, you're able to free yourself from it here and start over again. Now you have honor your feelings with this Pisces energy. This is watery emotion, right? Pisces is that energy of water. And I do feel here for you, Taurus, this is about you honoring what your heart wants to do and where it wants to go. Now, some of you have maybe put your heart on the back burner at times, or if you may have shut down that heart chakra because something may have been challenging, disappointing. You may have felt rejected. You may have felt abandoned in a situation, or something hurt you, whether in your career, your relationships, within your own health. But I feel like there was a little bit of a shutdown. The heart is and needs time to heal and to recover. And I feel like you are honoring some emotions that you have this month that are going to allow you to take a risk. And taking a risk is an act of courage. It's an act of vulnerability. And you owe it to yourself to see how far you can take something. And you may surprise yourself because it could be one of the best decisions you've ever made for yourself. So I'm really liking this. But first, I'm going to say but first, there needs to be some sort of detoxification. You have this energy. This is you, full moon in Taurus, right? There's something here that you must release. Because again, I'm going to go back to that imprisonment. There's something that you are feeling is suffocating you, and your energy is just sitting in the jail or the prison, which can be self-imposed. It can be self-sabotage even. It can be our own imprisonment, or it can feel like others are imprisoning us as well. It can feel like it's out of your control or within your grasp or your reach. But this is about cutting the cords, Taurus. So whatever is no longer serving you, whatever is unhealthy, whatever is not helping your soul's growth, it's time to disconnect or detach from it. I'm getting here healthy detachment. Now, some of you, there could be codependency situations, or you may feel like you are wanting to get right with your body, with your mind, with your soul, and bring in positive thoughts. And that's why you have that Sagittarian energy here of focusing on the positive, because sometimes you may have those destructive thought patterns that come in and derail those plans that you've set out for yourself. This is about you getting back on track, and you have a second chance to do so. Now, with this Aries energy, that can be quite spontaneous, that can be quite even volatile at times, where there's this big burst of energy, but then there is the drain or the come down from that energy, and it can feel exhausting physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. This is a time for you to think things through. There could be a situation in the month of May, even into June, with this Gemini energy. Some of you are on that Gemini cusp, or you may have Gemini in your chart, but this is something you may have to reflect on, because I'm getting the word here, duality, and they're showing me a 2 once again here. So again, 2s are showing up very prominently, and I just seen 2 on the clock as I looked up here, but we'll see if any 2s show up when we pull some tarot. But this is about thinking your decisions through. And it's interesting because Aries was a little bit of the opposite. And actually, I don't know if you can see this, and it could just be my my heightened sense of awareness lately, but at the top, that moon, it almost looks like that creature from the Never Ending Story. What is his name? Not Atreyu, but the flying white dog, dragon, whatever that is. That's kind of what it looks like at the top here. So I do feel for a lot of you, there could be a situation that takes you by surprise, but it leads you, or maybe you fly towards your wish fulfillment. There could be a move, there could be relocation, there could be travel, or this could also symbolize heading towards maybe the unknown, right? But trusting, and that's the piece here. When in the movie The Never Ending Story, and I haven't seen it for a long, long time, but the boy, I believe his name's Atreyu, he trusts that dragon or that creature to take him where he needs to go. So there's this sense of trust in what he cannot see, right? So I'm getting here thinking some decisions through, but following through and being able to trust that the universe supports you in whatever decisions you make, because they're coming from your intuition. So we'll pull a card on that as well. And I'd love for you to drop it in the comments if you remember the name of that dragon, if it's a dragon. It used to be one of my favorite shows when I was a girl. Okay, so we have here scorpionic energy. Release your blocks. This is the time that, yes, things may feel a little bit shaken. Things may feel like they're stirring the pot in the month of April, but it's a perfect time for you to release the things that no longer serve you with the detoxification, and it's going to allow you to push through some of those blocks, those fears, limiting beliefs, abandonment, rejection, denial, or thoughts that you are not good enough, or your skills aren't the right skills, where people, maybe you have a fear of rejection, right? Or you have a fear that people are going to judge or criticize. This is about you releasing those, because what gifts you have, Taurus, are meant to shine, and you're meant to hone in on them and help uplift the planet. And that's been a common theme coming in for a lot of signs. So push through those physical obstacles and tune into your intuition, because I'm getting high intuition for you, but you're making a decision or a choice. Goodness, I keep getting that. And we may even see the Lovers card, because I feel like Spirit is saying make a decision or choice from the heart this month. You have this Leo energy of being humble, staying true to your beliefs and your morals, staying compassionate and kind, regardless of the amount of fame that you hit, or the amount of money, or the challenges or setbacks that you've had. This is about you staying true to the core. And I feel like you absolutely will here, Taurus. You have practice gratitude with the Sagittarian energy. So you have a lot of this stay optimistic, practice gratitude. Some of you may have lost hope or lost trust in the past. You're going to feel a sense of renewal is what I'm getting here. And that's one of those RE words, remember, that go along with Mercury going retrograde. There's a sense of renewal here. Now, there is a very important juncture happening in April. The sun meets up with Jupiter. It is known in astrology as one of the luckiest days of the year, the day of miracles. So utilize the energy of April 11th to tune in to that 11:11 type of energy, right? This is about you being able to stay in that energy of gratitude, focus on positivity, create a vision board, launch an idea, a project, clean the home, whatever it is that you want to do where you feel good, creative, productive, happy, abundant, and you can open this heart chakra. That is the perfect day to do so. Of course, we should be doing that each and every day, but I am getting here that is an extra day to amplify those goals that you've set out for yourself. Now, last but not least here, Taurus, we have trust the universe. And we were just talking about this as well, even before I seen this card. So trusting the universe is going to be very pivotal. And that's your bonus card that came out here as well. So we have the perfect amount plus the bonus. And this is a little bit of I feel a birthday bonus. So there could be a surprise coming in for you, something unexpected that maybe is unseen, but it's going to bring about a lot of happiness for you as well. It could be a mental thought or a breakthrough or an aha moment because it is Aquarian energy, and that can be mental. That's the swords energy of some positive communication, overcoming an obstacle, making a decisive choice for yourself, stepping into your power. It can be about your thought and intellect moving forward. So trust that the universe is protecting you and divinely directing you towards your highest good. Now let's take a look and see what's showing up here from the tarot. What do we want to clarify here? Let's take a look at the step into your power with this Aries energy. What is the stepping into your power all about here for Taurus? What is it that you are doing in the month of April that's going to help and allow you to step into your power? Wow, we have the Tower. Doesn't surprise me. This could be on a collective level, Taurus. We're seeing the Tower. We're seeing a lot of change happening left and right. Now, this is about you rebuilding. So I'm sensing that this may have already happened for you, Taurus, where it's offering you the second chance to be and act and have what it is that you truly desire. This is about you stepping into your highest potential and rebuilding that stability for yourself, making choices that are on a firm, solid foundation and footing. Because I am getting, even though some of you Taurians, you absolutely are go-getters and you can ram through any situation at times, but we don't always make decisions from the heart. We can be impulsive, right? Any sign can be impulsive. Any sign maybe takes action and then thinks about what they've done. But I'm getting here that you have the power to build a structure where there's not all of the cracks in the foundation where there once was. Okay, when this Tower is showing up, what you have behind it is it's all coming together. This is really powerful. So in order for you to step into your power, you must clearly see. You must make a decision. There's that Two of Swords energy, and there's your gift. Trust the universe. That's that swords with Aquarius. But I do feel here, this is about you taking decisive action. Two of Swords is about needing to make a decision, feeling at a crossroads. The head is going in one direction, the heart is going in another, and it causes a little bit of havoc, and then it feels like you're off kilter, off balance. That Libran full moon on the 6th can really help you release, detoxify, and get back on track. It can help you see things that you weren't able to see before. Okay, and that eclipse can as well on the 20th. But this is about making decisions and staying true and staying humble to yourself, to your goals, to your beliefs, to your own creative ideas, instead of at times letting other people make those decisions for you or feeling like you have no control in a situation. Reclaim your power because you have more control than you think you do. We have here balance. There's that energy of that Libran feeling I was getting, but this is the temperance. This is about blending those energies. It's about patience, moderation, self-control, and compromise. Now, there may have been a situation where someone, either you or someone around you, it felt like you went through an extreme, right? You went to a complete high to a complete, maybe low energy. And I was feeling that duality. What was it here? There was a card I thought we seen with the duality, and you can see it on both of these as well. Actually, quite a few. You see that light and dark, right? That duality of a situation. So I'm getting here that you're bringing more balance into something that felt a little bit difficult for you. And it's been time consuming, or it's taken a long time to step into your power here, but you deserve this pat on the back. And that's what I see coming in for you, as a pat on the back, because you've worked hard. Things are coming together here with the Two of Cups. This could be a partnership, Taurus. It could be a connection. It could certainly be partnering up with a new business, a new client. It's just about soulmate energy, or being able to call in an important contract, an important soulmate, healing some of the past wounding, past traumas, and opening your heart up to make decisions that are going to feel emotionally fulfilling as well. So I like that these are all showing up here together, especially when it comes to you stepping into your power. All right, let's see what else. Let's see what this detoxification is all about for you. What is it that you need to detoxify or get rid of? What do we have here for Taurus, please? Why the detoxification? Now, I'm getting that some of you may have been in a work environment that was less than ideal, but you may have been fired, or you may have needed to walk away from it. That may have already happened, or, I mean, it certainly could happen for you in the month of April, but it's going to allow a lot of new changes, a lot of shifts coming in here. So what is it that you need to detoxify from? Throat chakra. This is communication as well. So some of you, I am getting here words that may have hurt. Okay, some of you, there could have been, maybe it felt life or death at times. You could just hear that ambulance roll by. But I do feel like there was a situation where there was miscommunication, a misunderstanding, or you weren't feeling like you were able to creatively express yourself. You weren't being heard. You weren't being seen even. And you may even work with your throat chakra. You may communicate in your professional life, or there was an important conversation, or there is an important conversation showing up that can help you bring more balance. And it may be, I'm getting cutting. Okay, someone may have felt like they cut you out of their life or cut you off. Okay, and you may have been ghosted. Now, I'm a big fan of communication, right? Instead of just ghosting someone, of course, see if there can be a resolution or try to talk things out. But of course, if you tried that avenue, then the best thing may be to step away, love from a distance. But I'm getting here some sort of miscommunication that may have left with angry words, angry thoughts, festered or suppressed anger. I'm getting here as well. That could be something that stirred up within you that may have caused a little bit of detachment. With this justice card, this is about you bringing more peace to your world, right? More balance, because there was a hurtful or a situation that felt unfair. It felt imbalanced, or it just felt like someone wasn't being honest, truthful, or may have been judging you. There could have been a karmic situation as well, which we talked about a little bit in the beginning of the relationship, due to a consequence, okay? Whether it was you or someone else. But the good news is, once you detoxify, whether it's that a pattern, a thought, a situation, a person, after some sort of communication here, there's a turning point happening in your world, Taurus. This is about going with the flow. It's the wheel of fortune. This is fate and destiny intervening. So the fact that you have this with the tower, I feel like the tower has already happened and you've been waiting to step into your power. this is the month for you to take action. And I do feel for a lot of you, it's going to be around that eclipse time, the 20th, right before we head into Taurus season. So it's almost like you're getting ready, you're prepping, you're opening yourself up. And of course, you hear everywhere people say, don't make any big changes or plans or moves during retrograde. I say, of course, be aware of what's going on, but don't put your life on pause or halt just because Mercury is going retrograde. Just pay attention, become aware of what's going on, and allow yourself a little extra time to go with the flow, okay? Because when we're rushing or when we are not aware, when we're distracted, that can wreak more havoc on communication or travel arrangements, things of that nature. There's a wheel spinning here, and I feel like it's time to jump on the wagon. It's time to jump on that soul train because it's coming to pick you up, Taurus. All right, so detoxifying. You're letting something go in order for something new to be birthed into your reality. Now let's see what else we want to clarify here. We have honor your feelings, think it through, practice gratitude. We're going to take a look at this release your blocks. And we talked a little bit about the detoxification, but let's take a look at some of the blocks that may have been hindering your progress for quite some time, especially with that temperance. What are the blocks here? I'm getting control. I'm getting authority. So you may have felt like you weren't being seen or heard. There could be trust that was a factor in a relationship. You have quite a few that just came out here. So let's see what's showing up, Taurus, for you. All right, Aries also had this show up strong, the Six of Cups. There could be something or someone from the past. Could be a situation. It doesn't have to be an ex from the past. For a lot of you, it could have been a loss. It could have been a limiting belief, something from childhood, something, of course, in the past that is affecting or interfering or blocking your success. I'm getting here solar plexus, so it could be a lack of self-confidence within yourself, within your gifts, within your path here on earth. You may be questioning, am I on the right path? Am I on the right track? This is the card of practicing gratitude, practicing kindness, which we've seen show up, staying in that energy here of positivity and healing some of the childhood wounding that you felt imprisoned in, maybe for quite some time. Wow, look at this. You have all major arcanas followed by that third eye chakra. So we're going to talk about this third eye chakra. This is about visualization. So your third eye, Taurus, may have been or may feel blocked. You may have a hard time seeing your future or sensing that the goals that you've had or set out for yourself are going to manifest or come true. Utilize that April 11th day. Create a vision board, set new goals, set intentions. Use that full moon in Libra on the 6th for letting go, detoxifying, releasing these blocks. There's a brand new energy ushering in for you. This is about you opening your vision, opening your third eye to see what it is that's possible for you. And you have so many beautiful things coming in where there's the confronting maybe a shadow. This is that moon that we've been feeling throughout your reading because something is getting exposed, whether it's in your personal world, whether it's external or on a collective level, and you're going to face some sort of shadow. You're going to confront it, and that's going to allow you to move through those blocks and through those fears. It's like what they always say, if you have a fear of, heights, stand on something tall, right? Or if you have a fear of heights, go skydiving. Or if you have, a fear of whatever it is, swimming, right? Then you hear of people, let's just throw you off the edge of the dock. I don't suggest doing that, but, confront those fears and take a look and see where they're coming from, why they're there, and how you can push through them. So confronting some of those obstacles that you faced in the past is going to help you overcome some of those blocks. Listening to your intuition. This is about paying attention because sometimes you know that someone has a hidden agenda, or you may feel an aura of mystery around a situation or a person. This is about you listening, stepping behind, paying attention to what's going on around you. The High Priestess is very aware. She's like that that wizard behind the curtain in Wizard of Oz, right? The all and ever knowing, the all seeing, all encompassing energy here. But really that wizard is just behind the curtain speaking into that big, microphone. So I do feel here that a lot of you are having heightened senses of awareness of what's going on around you, but don't get caught up in some sort of shadow or some sort of exposure or something that may show up for you that may have been difficult. Allow yourself to face it and listen to your intuition to lead you through the healing process. Because your final card here when it comes to removing the blocks is literally movement with this Cancerian energy. This is about moving forward triumphantly. It's the Chariot. So when this Chariot shows up for you, it's about moving forward, direction, drive, and ambition. Some of you, this could be travel, it could be relocating, but I'm getting here, it is finally having a sense of direction moving forward. Why and how? Because your final card is trust the universe. And in the Chariot energy, typically, there is a chariot that is being divinely guided by a black and a white horse, right? That represents the intuition and being able to choose direction, work with your soul truth, work with your inner knowing. And I feel the more trust you have, the more you listen, the more you face some of these shadows, the more that you heal some aspects of the past, the more you open that third eye, beautiful souls, the more that you will be able to release your blocks and step into this energy here of gratitude. The quicker you'll be able to manifest those goals that you've set out for yourself. But you must first believe that those goals that you have for yourself are possible and that they are absolutely within your reach. So trust in that, believe in it, even though there may be situations externally that may feel at times like they're threatening or crumbling down, that you will in fact achieve those goals that you have for yourself. Because I'm getting here wish fulfillment in my mind's eye. Let's pull one last card here. As you're seeing, it's not just one card in this reading or any of them. It's more than one. There's that energy of control showing up here. Open up. Oh my goodness. Aries was getting the same energy as well. So again, if you do have those placements, you may want to check out that reading. Opening up here despite what's going on around you. And you have the Hanged Man, seeing things from a brand new perspective. And your last but not least final card, what do we say in the beginning of your reading? Gemini energy of the Lovers, making choices from the heart. So what a beautiful way to end your reading. That is what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much, beautiful souls, for being here. Lots of love.